Welcome back to the I Can't Move podcast, Strange Shorts. Today, Jorge and I are going to talk about the new trailer that dropped called Disclosure Day.
Disclosure.
Disclosure, made by Steven Spielberg, probably a summer blockbuster. What do you think, man?
That's gotta be like his 100th freaking movie that he's directed, right?
Yeah. And it's not his first alien movie either.
No,
Not at all.
no, because he did he also do Independence Day? I can't freaking remember.
I think so. I think he did. You can look it up.
I am for
Computing,
sure
computing.
computing. Computing. The Office.
Yeah. I'm definitely curious to see your thoughts, dude, or hear your thoughts.
Calculating. Um, let's see. Oh, it was Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
War of the Worlds, the
War
good
of the
one with
Worlds,
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
So one of the slogans on IMDb about the film says, if you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you? No, it wouldn't.
No, because it would basically confirm things that we're already expecting. Um, in the trailer, there was a nun that was like, and I'm because she said when he, what did she say? I think she said like whenever he made the universe, obviously referring to God. Uh,
Yes.
she's like, do you think that we were the only ones that he created? And
Yeah.
I used to kind of be against that thought, but I'm more open to that now more than ever.
I'm with you there. I actually wrote down that quote. So in the end of the trailer, there's a nun, so they pick a religious figure to say this quote, but she says, "Why would he make such a vast universe, yet some of it only for us?" So, you know how Hollywood is. He is clearly talking about God of the Bible. But I mean, it's not the older I get, the more I hear the spiritual sense you get. I don't think we're the only ones. I think there's more than everyday life, our mundane lives. We clock in, clock out, or whatever. But that's a whole other episode we will get into one day, which is going to be a great one. But at the beginning of the trailer, I noticed the animal theme again. Did you notice that with the deer?
Yeah, the deer and the bird for sure.
The last time I saw the deer was in that film that what's her name? Julia Roberts was in, and it was called Leave the World Behind. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay, dude, you should actually watch it. It's a good conversation, but there were deer in that kind of like frequencies going out. The deer were acting up. I don't know what the theme is with having deer in alien or scary movies, but there's also a cardinal, a single cardinal looks like a male based on the color. Um, it has the scene where it shows Emily Blunt. That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Emily Blunt's character, she's clearly a news reporter and she's on camera, and then all of a sudden her words start to get muttered like she's having a stroke or something, but then she starts to sound like she's talking in an alien language with clicking again.
Uh-huh.
Last time I heard clicking was in Signs. That that kind of
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
language dialect, which I thought that's another theme.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, maybe the name of the movie should actually be like ASMR Alien Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that were like falling asleep to that trailer. But they
Yeah.
were like, I'm gonna watch it again.
I saw some crop circles,
Yep.
so that was it. They're bringing that back.
Yep.
Um, and I believe it showed an arrow view of a guy standing in a crop circle, and the crop circle was being made as he
Yes.
was standing there. So I don't know if that's him. I did notice some hints at telekinesis, there's a lot of, I think one of the ending scenes, Emily Blunt and someone else's character are just standing face to face, not saying, excuse me, not saying anything. And there's some guy walking around them like, what are you doing? The pupils constricting and dilating.
Um, One thing I did want to kind of bring up is just like I think that I think it's kind of interesting how this movie is coming out when there were murmurs of like the Three Eye Atlas or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to pass by, if it's I haven't heard any updates on that whole thing,
Somebody
but
said that it's due to be here in December. We are already in December. I don't know if they're talking next December, 10 years from now. I really am not focused on it a whole lot,
no,
but
because that would be so vague.
it would be so vague.
I
And
mean,
the whole, I'm not convinced by the Three Eye Atlas thing. I mean,
no.
I don't think it's some kind of mothership like Independence Day.
No, and that's also such a freaking like if that were the case, like if they were like, "Oh yeah, we're it's supposed to be here in December," and that's all they say, fully well knowing that everybody's going to be like, "Okay, December of 2025," and then like
Yeah,
and then like later on it's projected to come in 2020 like 7 or 8. It's like yeah, you can fall back on that all you want to. But that's just, I mean, that's a bunch of BS.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, but there's still speculation that it is just a comet and not a ship. I mean, so I don't know.
right. Now, being they say it's huge, right?
Yeah.
There is in Revelation, there is a asteroid or something called Wormwood that will hit the Earth, and I believe it destroys like a third of life on the planet, something like that. I have to reread it, so don't quote me on it. But it is called Wormwood. So when I first heard about this, I thought that I was like, interesting. I was like, if there is a comet, there's a lot of people that believe we are in the end times. I don't know. I take everything day to day. Try to be uh, a better man, make better decisions every day. But it did make me think of that the end time stuff. But as for an alien ship, I'm not I'm not buying it.
Let's see.
Are you looking up Wormwood?
Revelation, chapter 8, verse 10. The third angel sounded his trumpet, and a great star, blazing like a torch, fell from the sky on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters turned bitter, and many people died from the waters that had become bitter.
Yeah, there you go. So
So
go ahead.
I want to try something here. I'm gonna go to Blue Letter Bible, and I want to see like if there's like some other type of like if it'll let me. If it doesn't, we'll move on. But
Yeah, but it makes me think of Three Eye Atlas. Makes me think of Wormwood. They love naming things.
all right, it's not letting me, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll look
Let
into it
me
later.
ask you this: do you believe in predictive programming?
Um you'll have to give me an example of what that would be.
Like this, a movie, a big blockbuster movie made by Steven Spielberg, Disclosure Day, that they are prepping the human race through media and TV movie to prepare us mentally for an actual disclosure.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I do too. I'm a believer in everything we see, we hear, it is controlled. Let's be honest. There's very few things that sneak behind the lines, but say our podcast right here. We're still free thinkers. We still put our own material. We're not controlled. We're not being paid. But I think on the mass level, on a very large scale, the things that we see in film are totally. part of that predictive programming stuff.
Hmm.
So just, I guess, like you've mentioned in other podcasts, using a lot of discernment with a lot of these things.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this, and I definitely believe in predictive programming, but I can't really pinpoint what I think would be like. I can't pinpoint of like a particular movie or director or whoever and accuse them of like you knew about this and you did, I don't have that, but I mean I do have my suspicions.
Hmm.
I think that everybody recalls a movie that came out several years back called Contagion.
Ah, yeah, great example, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Contagion came out, and then I actually don't know when exactly the movie released. 2011. And then we were hit with COVID in 2020.
Yep.
So,
So 9 years later.
yeah.
Um, I do remember I had watched that film shortly after it came out. And then when we actually got started getting hit with the COVID stuff, I actually referred to that. And so, yeah, but that was a whole another part of my awakening to what was really going on when that stuff started.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most
So
of us, discernment big time. But what did you think of the overall trailer?
I thought it was interesting. I mean, I think it's a little unsettling just because I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I saw that Colin Firth is in the movie. He's the one that's sitting on that chair and everything, and I think it was
Hmm.
his eyes that glue up. I was really wondering what the significance of his character might be. Is he an alien? You
Hmm.
know? Is it kind of like now that I'm talking about it with you, I kind of wonder like is it kind of like that movie what's it called? It was a remake with Keanu Reeves where he was an alien visiting Earth.
The Day the Earth Stood Still?
The Day the Earth Stood Still. Yeah, it was a
Yes.
remake.
Yes.
I kind of wonder is it supposed to be something like that? Is it like
No.
is Colin Firth coming because it shows Emily Blunt and another person in the same room looking at Colin Firth. So it just sort of makes me wonder, like, is she an investigative journalist talking to an alien? What's going on? So, we also see things that I observed is that we also kind of see like woodland forestry kind of stuff, almost kind of like
Hmm.
having this interaction with the atmosphere in a paranormal sort of way. It's
Yeah, like it's a heavily spiritual, and we get all the car chase and explosions and whatnot, but I definitely picked up vibes like that mind, like you said, mind reading and things like that. Are they already infected? Are they aliens? Like that film Arrival. Do you remember that?
yeah,
It was very like spiritual. They could communicate via thoughts, telekinesis. I'm picking up those kind of vibes from the trailer.
yeah, it was what's her name? It's a
The
redheaded
redhead actress.
woman. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Something Amy Adams,
Yes, that's it.
right?
Yep. Amy Adams.
So yeah, and that one was more focused on actual communication. Like at this point,
Yes.
like they knew that they were there, but it was like communicating and
Yeah.
you know, and they end up sort of figuring out that whenever she starts learning the language, you end up seeing that her ability to kind of like see into the future is more of a a gift of learning the language, I guess. But
That's right. She's a linguist of some kind. The
yeah, she's
top
a
one
linguist
in
for
the
the
world.
military,
Yeah.
I think. Or the
Yeah.
military. No, no, no. She becomes a linguist for the military because she was already
Yeah.
sort of. So yeah, it seems like I don't know. There's a part of me that kind of thinks that the Three Eye Atlas thing might have had some influence on this movie. It's a theory. I'm not necessarily sure, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I noticed too a common theme of alien films now. It's not so much they're here to wreak havoc, death and destruction. It's more we're here to build that bridge of relationship between human and alien being. That's the vibe. That's the theme I get now. It's not so much War of the Worlds where they're just here to conquer and destroy. They're here to build a relationship, which to me, that's major predictive programming because, if aliens really came here and they look angelic or something and they're like, we're here to help, I would be highly skeptical.
So then that kind of makes you wonder, like,
They're preparing the public with these films to like, yeah, yeah, we can. Like, I remember there was a documentary with Dr. Stephen Greer called Unacknowledged, where he is very heavy on the idea of communicating with UFOs and that they are not here. And it's just a big misunderstanding. And we need to evolve to get to that point where we communicate with them. That's a me. That's a big no no.
yeah, I'm not down for that. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, is the predictive programming a tool to intentionally um let your guard down? Like, for instance,
Hmm.
what if they know that there is evil entities, or that let's say, if we're going to talk about aliens, I mean, I'm going to believe that it's evil. I'm not going to think that they're here to help us in any way. They're here to deceive, they're here to destroy, all that stuff. And the people that are making these movies know that, but they're trying to deceive you into thinking that they're here to help us, but they know that that's not the case. And so it's just, I don't know. I'm not saying that I fully put a lot of stock into that. I'm just saying, like, what if that's what it is? You know, it's to
I'm right there
deceive.
with you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, the trailer looks okay. Like I've mentioned in other episodes, I'm just not a lot of things get me excited anymore.
No.
And I guess I'm not that easily manipulated as I was when I was younger. But I mean, I'll definitely go see it. So it's always fun going to the movies. I'm assuming I didn't. Let's see if there's a release date. Or excuse me, the release date is on here. Probably summertime, I would assume. Here we go. Expected June 12th, 2026. So yeah, summertime. Got a summer blockbuster. So
Hmm.
we'll definitely see it.
Let us know if you want us to do a movie review.
Yes, please. But any other thoughts, my man?
Um, I think it's I think it's heavily unrealistic that that many people would tune into a weather forecast.
I know there's so many people watching.
Yeah, dude.
Always like nobody
Even the
watches cable
Catholic
TV.
Church, they got everybody, dude. They
Yeah, I
got
know, right? The nuns.
yeah.
Yeah, we spotted problems right off the bat.
Yeah.
But yeah. But this
All
has
right.
been a strange short. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace out.